Hello there. Hi. Welcome in. Welcome back. Welcome to this, the 7th of September, 2025. Hopefully you are doing well today. We are back today with more Silksong this afternoon. We did make some more progress in Hell Is Us last night. Actually, quite a bit of progress, I feel. We cleared out most of the areas of the that we'd been connected to. We opened up basically one more area, like one new area, and then we're going to be traveling back to an area to open up the rest of that area. Yeah, we made quite a bit of progress. We might be closing in on the last bit of Act 2. So that'll be interesting. For Hell Is Us. I'm not sure how long Act 3 will be, but I'm sure it'll be interesting. But like I said, we will be continuing Hollow Knight Silksong. It'll continue probably kicking our butt. But yeah, hopefully everyone's weekend has been going all right. Hey, Lee, how you doing today? I would have got up sooner, but when I got up earlier, for some reason, like, when I got up, like, I stood up, like, all of the energy drained out of my body. It was a very weird feeling. I don't know what it was, but, like, I got up. I was like, okay, I think I'm ready to get up. I got up to, like, start moving, and I literally just felt like all of my muscles were just, like, energyless. Like, I just, like, I didn't feel like I could, like, lift, like, 5 pounds. Like, 2 pounds. Like, I don't know what it was. It was a very strange feeling. So I had to lay back down for a little bit to figure out, like, why I just lost all of that energy. Like, I've never had that particular feeling before. Like, I've had times where I've been like, I'll get up and I'm like, okay, I'm still kind of tired. Like, I just need more rest. But this was like my body physically did not have the energy to, like, do things. So hopefully that is not a sign of things getting worse. I will obviously keep an eye on it, and I will update you guys. I do have some tests tomorrow, which reminds me that there may not be any streams tomorrow. I will be out of town. There definitely won't be an afternoon stream. Guaranteed no afternoon stream tomorrow. I don't know if there'll be an evening stream. It depends on how tired I am. I have 2 tests that are out of town tomorrow. So we'll see how I'm feeling with that on whether or not we'll do an evening stream. So no afternoon stream, so no Silksong tomorrow, but we might, if I'm feeling up to it, we might do some more Hell Is Us. We'll do some Hell Is Us this evening, but I don't know about tomorrow. So there might not be any streams tomorrow, but we'll be back on Tuesday regardless. But that should be, hopefully, fingers crossed, the only real interruption to our schedule. I do think I have a telehealth, which is where I just basically phone in and talk to the doctor. What time is that? Okay, so I will have a telehealth. So we'll probably have to postpone not this Tuesday, but next Tuesday. We'll get on a little bit later. Because I have to call in and talk to the doctor about the results of the test the following Tuesday. So we'll postpone that, but we'll probably still do an afternoon stream. It'll just be a little bit later. It'll probably be around this time. So it won't be that big of a deal. Because usually with telehealth, it's usually like, hey, these are the results. Do you have any questions? Blah, blah, blah. Here's our next steps. You know, okay, I need to refer you, or here's the test that we need to do, blah, blah. Like, it usually takes like 20 minutes tops. So it probably won't affect too much. But But yeah, so that'll be what we do. So this week, like I said, no afternoon stream tomorrow, but everything else should be relatively normal. We're gonna keep working our way through Silksong, keep working our way through Hell Is Us. We still have a couple weeks, thankfully, until the release of Silent Hill F. That will be 2 weeks from either tomorrow or Tuesday. Steam is not very helpful. So the game, according to the release date, the game comes out the 25th. According to Steam, it comes out the 24th. I don't know if that's because the 25th release date is the Japan release date, and the 24th is the, like, NA release date. So I don't know. I don't know if it's like a midnight, like 24, like it's very weird. Because every time I look at it, it says 24 on Steam, right? Yeah, it says coming September 24th, 2025 on Steam. However, on the actual like release thing, it says the 25th. And the only reason why that's confusing is because there is a 48-hour... Okay, so according to Steam, it's the Steam page, it says September 24th. Yeah, everything says September 24th. Except the release date, which says 25. But that is in Japanese, so I wonder if that's what it is. I wonder if the Japanese release date is the 25th, which makes the Western release the 24th. Which would make the 48-hour early access the 22nd. Okay. I'm guessing that's the case. So we'll have to see how that shakes out. Overall, but yeah. So, but that'll be in 2 weeks. That'll be in 2 weeks. So we'll have to figure out what we're doing at that time. Like I said, my hope is we can get through Silksong, Hell Is Us, at least those two before Silent Hill F. If we do get through both of those and we have some time, we can probably try to get through Chronos or Cronus. I don't know. I've heard it pronounced both ways now. Before then, if not, we will save that game for Halloween, or not Halloween specifically, but for October. But Silent Hill F will probably take over the channel for the last like week or so, depending on how long it is. If it's not super long, like if we started on the 22nd or 23rd, whenever the early access starts, and we beat it like before that weekend, we'll probably just get Terrortober started early, and we'll probably just start with Chronos, honestly. What we might do is we just might start Terrortober early and start with Chronos, and then after we finish Chronos, get into some indie titles, and then figure out where we go from there for some stuff. So I think that's basically tentatively what the plan will be. So finish Silksong, hopefully finish Hell Is Us, and then Silent Hill F, Chronos, Terrortober. So lots of horror stuff. So should be a good time. I do have some retro horror stuff that we could get to, but Terrortober usually focuses on like more like modernish, but I would like to see if we can put in Code Veronica X somewhere in there. When I looked it up, it says it's only like 15-20 hours, so it'd only be like a few streams. So we might see if we could put that in there somewhere. But we'll see. We'll see what we have time for, because unfortunately Terrortober is only 1 month. So I want to make sure that we try to fit in as many like little things as we can to give enough variance, because if we just play like 4 games, it might as well be any other month, you know. So I want to try to get as many like little things in there as we can before we do anything long form. But yeah, so that is what's coming up. So like I said, just expect also schedule change. I think with Silent Hill F, I think that's probably when we're going to switch over to the schedule change. So while we're doing Silksong and Hell Is Us, We're gonna kind of do the dual schedule, an afternoon and an evening, and then once Silent Hill F drops and we focus on just one game, I think that's when we're gonna just switch over to the evening stream for at least October. I'm gonna see how I handle doing just the evening stream. I used to work like second/third shift, so like streaming in the evening shouldn't really bother me too much. From like a rhythm standpoint, but we'll see how like everybody does with it. If we notice that like people aren't vibing with it, or if I'm not vibing with it, or whatever, then we can always just go back to our normal stream time. But I want to at least try it for the month of October and see how it shakes out. Like I said, if it's not our vibe, we'll just go back to our normal stream time and get back to what we were doing. But yeah. Also in October will be the raid train, obviously. So I believe that they are currently sending out invites for that. So if you are a part of the crypt community and you did apply, make sure you check your Discord messages to see if you have received your invite to the stuff. I believe that's how that's working. Or at least check the Discord to see if you've got invited to the raid train channels. Maybe that's it. Maybe they've gotten out the roles. I'm not sure. Just check your Discord. Check your Discord is long and the short of that. Check your Discord. Make sure, see if you've got the raid train channels, or at least see if you've got a message from the mods or whatever about the raid train. But from what I saw, there is going to be a lot of potentially some new people that's going to be on this raid train. So that looks looks really good. I like I said, I wanted to make sure there's a lot of newer people on the raid train as well. I gotta sneeze. Or not. Okay. There it was. Okay. Anyways, let's turn off our music and let's get into Silksong so I can absolutely get my butt kicked for the next 3 or 4 hours. Alright, I can turn the trigger warning off. Oop. At least for this game. Says we've played this game for almost 24 hours. That's not true. We've only played this game once. I think Xbox is having an aneurysm. Why did I not hear anything? There we go. Just kind of quiet. Yeah, we've only played 5 hours. Oh, you guys can't see it. Why can you not see it? Ah, that would be why. There we go. Okay. Alright. So, yeah, we had just gotten our ability to hover. Oh, okay, that's how that works. Okay. Alright. Okay. And that's another piece of that. See bells. So it must be under the bell place? Okay, so that was just a secret to get a mask piece. Got it. Good. Good to know. Let's go in here and rest again to get our health up. Okay. Okay, there's a spot in the middle of this area that we couldn't get into before. Oh, did not realize there was a... Nice. Could not have gone worse. Okay. Looks like we need some sort of hook. Okay, so we need some sort of like hooking thing, like hooking tool. So let me... Okay, what I'm trying to do is go here, here. Markers. I'm going to put this ring here. This will mark that. Alright, so let's go back this way. Yeah, see, there's those hooks again. Oh, that's interesting. Okay. I saw a video where someone was using that and it did damage to the enemies, but apparently ours doesn't. Aha. Let's say that looks like a boss fight. Fourth chorus. Okay. 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 Can you bring my platforms back, please? Thank you. Okay. Really? God dang it, dude. Oh, this either don't take more damage or shield them as we bind our wounds. That sucks as a choice, dude. Given how long it takes to heal, I just think this is the better choice. But you can't, like, attack his hands. Be nice to knock off the hands that's, like, splat the blocks. Okay. Hey Void, how you doing? Okay, okay, chill out. Okay. Are you kidding me? How hard is this boss gonna be? Oh, we gotta use this now? Oh. How am I doing? I'm okay. How are you? I don't grow breakfast. Nice. I'm doing okay. Had a really weird start to my morning, but overall okay. Alright. There's our fast travel. $30 rosaries. $50 rosaries. There we go. I would have gone somewhere else, but we used most of our rosaries on that, so it's not really any place we need to go. Okay, there's a guy with a spear up there. Secret, secret, who's got the secret? That's not the button I wanted to push. Okay. That's another flea saved. think that makes 4? Or is that all 5? That is all 5. Nice. I wasn't keeping that good a track. Dang it! I hate the snail's hitbox. It's actually really bad. We'll open that up. There's a path down here. Okay. Okay, that was on me. Okay. Need you to get out of the way. Okay. There might be something in that little alcove there. Nope, nothing. Okay. Nothing higher up. Looks like there's some stuff above us, but we don't reach it. There's that symbol. Oh, it's like a target? Okay. Just a target, I guess. Hey, look who it is. Don't despair, pilgrim friend. Lift your sight and raise your voice. Have no fear, pilgrim true, believing this happy choice. Above us are the bountiful moors. Every pilgrim can fill their belly. These hot fields are a wonder indeed, but hunters prowl the long grass. Playing your instrument will only alert them to your presence. Well then, alert them I shall, for where many gather, great songs are sung. This poor traveler finds her resolve waning. When I first greeted her, her voice was so hoarse and scarcely heard it. 'Tis no cause for worry. My song will lift her from her torpor. Join your voice with mine, red maiden, and together we shall rouse our fellow pilgrim. Tired and glum, we will sing, you can hum, together we shall overcome. Pilgrim's Rest. Climb is agonizing, even devout must mind their limits. I'm pressed to find any without firm claw upon a weapon that could ascend so far. Indeed, we are lucky to have made it here, luckier than many others, or perhaps the difference between lucky and unlucky is merely faith. Now we rest, shall we take a trade? Will your burden help maintain your poise? Whether striking others or being struck yourself, you remain firmly in place. Okay. The scraps left here and here, you could add more pockets for you. Carry more tools and shards while on the road. Okay, that's not bad. Memories weigh us down. This memory isn't yours, but perhaps you could find some use for it. Okay. I'll pick that up. Okay. Expand crest in the crest pane. Okay, well that's super helpful, yes. Because now we can equip that. Wait, do you have to do rosaries every time you go in there? Oh, wow. That's messed up. Station shall offer a brief rest to the devout. Figured that's what that was gonna do. Now we gotta go this way. Which will let this go. Okay. I knew that was gonna happen. They have too many enemies that just do 2 things of damage, dude. Like, it's so unfair. Way more. I don't have 80 rosaries. Can't attack in the water, by the way, that's gonna be a problem. Bone scroll. Fun. Yep. Yep. Such a stupid game, dude. Wait, why are you attacking me? Of course. Something this way, something that way. That's helpful. Oh, birds. Oh, you guys actually drop beats. That's interesting. Halfway home. Looking for a drink, rest, or both. Warmth of your hearth is welcome upon these wet plains. Can't climb these parts. It used to be a pilgrim's trekking my way, but odd times these. You ain't even the strangest shell wandering about. Rowdy old warrior stopped through long back. Quite a scene. Now a young lass taking a lodging in my room. Mentioned she's on the lookout for sharp types like yourself. Maybe pay me your visit if you haven't already. Hello? Who are you? See prize for new. You're an adult, yes. Fully grown, ready to hunt. I am certainly I am no child, young one. Seek fabulous bugs and cut them down. Cut them with your blade. Okay. Could you take her scroll, fill its page with the learning of your cuts? Yes. Sure. Hunter's Journal. Okay. Defeat foes to add their records to the journal. Review defeated foes and okay. Worthwhile undertaking. Perhaps you are more grown than you realize. Okay. Okay, now we've got 100. Which means we can use the 80 on... and we don't get killed. Okay, what is this thing? Oh! It creates rosary strings. That's interesting. That's actually kind of helpful now that I think about it. Ah, this must be a fast travel. Or at least the direction of a fast travel. Oh. Hello? Aspect is sharp, remains heed. Okay. Ragged horde atop the water mound. Their mastery of flight makes them dangerous. My shell will forever carry the score of their pins. 70. Okay. So we only need 20 more. I keep forgetting you can't duck in this one. I just swore you could duck in the first one. Maybe I'm just losing my mind or I'm used to other Metroidvanias. Oh, once I get up, go down here, though, I can't get back up, so I'm gonna have to continue forward. Okay, I'm not gonna fight you. Can I go this way? I can't. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. This is not good. Oh, this looks like a fight. Yep. Okay, you have projectiles. Good to know. God, I hate contact damage in games so much. So annoying. Alright. So goddamn annoying, dude. Been 9 hours on stream playing Hollow Knight on the first Hornet fight. Oh, the first game? Wait, inspect it. Oh, we can rest here? That's helpful. I don't remember how long it took us. Like, the weird thing is the first game did not feel as hard as this. And I'm not sure why. Probably because this, look at that. That's probably why right there. It's just the amount of like hits that you can just take in a second in this game just feel like so high. It's like you can get constantly hit. It's like bop 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 bop. It's just so high, dude. It's so hard to not get hit like 15 times in this game. I forgot about the rats. So we just lost all those 100+ beads. Great. I hate contact damage. I hate contact damage, dude. It's so stupid. See, it's like I can't jump because if I jump, I'm gonna hit him just by touching him. Like that. I die to this guy more to contact damage than anything else. I hate this. I hate contact damage. Like, there are a bunch of Metroidvanias that have come out before this game released that got rid of contact damage, and it's perfectly fine without contact damage. You don't need contact damage in Metroidvanias. Because again, it's the problem of like I can't jump without fear that he's gonna contact damage me. Like that. Like he because of the pattern of his flying, I can't tell if he's gonna drop down and hit me. So I have to like, and I can't swing at specific angles. These guys suck. Cool, thanks. Thanks for that. These guys really suck. God, I hate contact damage. Look, he didn't even touch me. He was literally like this. Oh, that's so annoying, dude. Like, the hitbox was so off on that. Like, he literally had space between the bottom of him and where I was. That's so annoying, dude. God, see, this... and the thing is the reason why, like, I don't like games that, like, build up hype like this is, like, people are gonna excuse so much of this as, like, oh, it's fine because, you know, XYZ reason. And it's just like, no, you can't excuse, like, all these, like, really bad things just because, like, because of the hype, right? Like, look at this. Like, how am I supposed to jump and attack this guy? How am I supposed to jump and attack that guy when at any point he can just contact me? Like, it's just a bunch of poorly designed things. Like... I said it last time I played this. There's this incessant design principle of, like, difficult makes good, and it seems like that's where they went with this sequel, and it just makes it worse. God, I hate this, dude. This feels awful to do. I love how I was supposed to pogo off that guy, but he gets the win in the fight because he's attacking, not because I attacked first. Yeah, I hate that. I hate that if I attack and they attack, their attack gets the priority, even if I attack first. That's what I'm saying. That is how you know that they erred on the side of difficulty over fairness. Is if I attack first, my attack should take priority, not the enemies. But the enemy's attacks take priority regardless of who attacks first. I'm gonna die. See, I can't with this fight, dude. Because these hitboxes are so bad, and because contact damage exists, like, I can't... I can't hit him because the nail hitbox, it's not a square, right? It's a curve. And because it's like this, he just can be right out of here. Our hitbox does not fit this entire area, right? So if I can, I don't know if I could point to it. So if you look at the top and bottom, like, ours is basically that curve. If they're not in the middle of that curve, it basically doesn't hit them. But they have a giant hitbox. If I get anywhere near their body, it counts as a hit. Even if it's like the tiny bit of where their leg is, that's still their hitbox. It's so unbelievably skewed towards the enemy. Like, so bad. And when you have a game that has this much contact damage, like, you can't do this. Also, you know what's funny? That shield against damage thing that we're getting, that doesn't shield us against damage so we can heal. That just makes it where we can take a hit. We don't heal. So the game actually lies to us about our healing. In case you were wondering. See, look at that. He literally flew the entirety of the thing just to hit us, and even then it was just a corner of his hitbox. But our nail can't hit them unless they're, like, literally inside of the nail. I can't with this, dude. Look at that. Oh, yeah, no, we're not going to be able to do it. I might actually stop here. I'm not going to lie. They want us to fight these giant things with wonky hit. I might literally just stop here. This is so unfun. This is so unbelievably unfun to do. Because wonky hitboxes... By the way, this literally lies to us. This literally lies to us. It says, shields the bearer as they bind their wounds. It puts a shield on us, but it doesn't let us heal. If they hit us while the shield is on us, it breaks the shield and we do not heal. So this effectively just keeps us from dying, which is still helpful, but this is a lie. This is just a lie. That's what that is. That is a straight up lie. Because we're not binding our wounds. It gives us, it allows us to take a hit, but we don't heal. Like legitimately, I do not know if we can do these birds. Like legitimately. The hitboxes on those birds are so awful that I do not know if we can do those birds. And there's only one other place we can go on our map. Oh, cool. We put 80 rosaries away and it gives us 60 back. So it scams us out of 20 rosaries? Am I reading that right? So the game steals rosaries from us too? Maybe I read that wrong. Hold on. How many rosaries does this take? There's a thing here that takes rosaries, right? Yeah, no, it steals 20 of your rosary beads. This steals 20 of your rosary beads to make a 60. Because it gave us this. Why would it just not give you an 80 for an 80? Why does it have to steal... Why does it have to steal our rosaries? Why is that fun? I don't understand. I don't. I don't understand this game. Why? What's the quickest way to get back to Hunter's Marsh? Because we could make progress in Hunter's Marsh, but I'm not even sure. Because Hunter's Marsh is the only other place we can make progress. But I'm not even sure what would be the quickest way to get there. I guess we could go from Deep Docks. Right? Yeah, There's some more stuff over here to the left, and I'm just gonna go try somewhere else. I don't know, man. I legitimately think that they just made an unfun game here. I legitimately think that this is just... I don't understand. Why can't I grab that? Some edges don't get grabbed for some reason. Like, it's just... Like, why did it grab at that time versus the other times? Okay, we can't go... We can't go up here for some reason, but we can go the other way, I guess. Sometimes it doesn't jump when I tell it to jump because there's no coyote time in a platforming game for some reason. so it looks like we need a double jump or we just can't get over there right now. Alright, so let's go this way. We'll just try making progress elsewhere. I know we're gonna have to go up there. That's obviously where we need to go, but... Couldn't grab onto the ledge for some reason. Also, I don't know why we haven't got, like, a damage upgrade by now. Like, I feel like if we're gonna have, like, a whole new area, we should have had, like, a damage upgrade by now. And look at this. Look at this contact damage. It's insane, dude. Like... Just overhyped garbage. Alright, gotta wait for the elevator to come back down. That was almost bad. Yeah, see, we can't get that way without having some sort of, like, double jump, I guess. Your ability to grab ledges is predicated on randomness, apparently. Okay, let's see if we can get all the way... That's not what I told you to do, but sure. Now for this fun part. I love that it just eats your beads. What's going on in here? Chapel of the Beast. Okay. Okay, I told it to... You literally saw me slash in the air, but it was like, nope. Gotta be kidding me, dude. Oh. Okay, so we can't go any higher. So the only place we can explore here is this Chapel of the Beast. Why would you slash at that? Why? Why? I hate this game, dude. I really do. Every time, I'm literally holding down to do the thing, and it's just slashing sideways. Like, it's legitimately just not doing what I'm telling it to do. Why? Why there? Also, why did I put this here when I never even made it here? Okay, let's try it again. Why? It, like, eats the jump sometimes. Like, it's like... I don't know why it does that. It's just like, sometimes it's just like, no, I'm not gonna do that jump. Okay, nothing there. Sure. That makes sense. Yeah. Can't tell me I didn't see that coming. Yep. Come on, dude. Okay, well that shortcut's open now. Time to die to the boss. I would say I don't know what it wants me to do. Like, I don't have like a double jump. I don't have a like. There's no block. I keep falling in this. At least we don't have to go through all that section before. We just got to just go up here and to the left. So I gotta figure out how to fight this guy. Oh, okay, I see. Just gotta... Okay. That's That makes more sense. Okay, that was on me. Oh, of course he summons something. Of course he summons ads, because if you can't make a good encounter, just summon ads, make something do too much damage, and add too much health. That's the three things you do if you can't design a good boss fight. I've said it every time we've played a game with bad boss fights. Those are literally the three things. So when you're designing mechanical depth, right, you do things that challenge the skills of the player. Right? So it's like, oh, we've trained you to do a skill, now let's test you on that skill. Right? If you want a good like description of how to do skill-based combat, look at Sekiro. They train you how to do a lightning parry, you use lightning parry. They train you how to do a multi-combat parry, then you do a multi-combat parry. And then later on, once they've taught you that, they start mixing and matching, right? Oh, this one has a multi-combat and a thrust, or a sweep and a thrust, right? Like it adds all of the skills together, and then when you get to the end of the game, it has everything. Right, you fight a boss who has all of the moves. But games that don't have good skill-based things do this. They add multiple enemies in a game that thrives on single-based combat. They make bosses have way too much health, or they make bosses that do too much damage. That is how you do what I like to call fake difficulty, right? That's how you make fake difficulty, is basically you add those three things, either one of those three things or a combination of those three things, and that's how you make a game harder without actually adding any mechanical depth. And as you've seen, we have had, no kidding, out of most of the bosses we faced in these games, I think 3 of the boss fights have been multiple, like, I think 3 of them have been multiple people fights. So we had the bird fight, we had the red ant fight, and now we have, like, this fight, where instead of it just being some sort of charge or some sort of use of abilities, it's just like, oh, let's just throw another ad in there. By the way, if you don't know ad is a MMO term for having an additional enemy. They're called ads. That's what that is short for. I'm gonna keep falling for this every time because I'm trying to get back to the fight. Also, they have these runbacks, which I don't know why they added runbacks in this game, because the first game was pretty, if I remember correctly, it was pretty good about giving you a bench right before basically like every boss. Also, like, even Blasphemous is like, hey, here's a Priya Deyu, like, right before the boss. So even Blasphemous, which is a notoriously like difficult game in some parts, gives you a bonfire or an altar or whatever right before the boss. So I don't know why they decided to add runbacks in this game, which is stupid, because even Elden Ring established that you don't need runbacks to make a hard game hard. Like, I don't know, man. I think this has legitimately just been a wall-to-wall miss. And his contact damage does like 2 damage per. So like they've also, that's another thing, they've ramped up the amount of damage. Basically, if any enemy is like twice the size of Hornet, it does 2 damage. That's basically it. Across the board, if it is like twice the size of Hornet, it does double damage. Which is insane, given that we have done pretty good on exploration, I would say. Pretty good on exploration. And we still have yet to assemble a full mask piece, which means that most enemies can kill us, most big enemies can kill us in a couple hits. Right? Like, it's just, I don't know, man. I legitimately feel like this game was not designed as a sequel to Hollow Knight. This game was designed as a spin-off. and specifically a spin-off in the sense of we wanted to make something that did not follow the spirit of Hollow Knight. This was specifically something different. And I think that is the biggest problem, is if you're coming from this having played Hollow Knight, this does not feel like Hollow Knight. This feels like a different game with Hollow Knight's scheme on it. Look at that. You see him change direction right there at the end? Like, I literally have to wait for him to start moving in order for him not to hit me. Like, it's just... And again, contact damage does 2 hits. Not even when he's attacking. Just contact damage does 2 hits. So if I jump too late, he hits me, does 2 damage, and then I get contact damage because his hitbox is so big, which also does 2 damage. So I can instantly die every time I step into that fight. And then I have to waste like 2 minutes every single time, basically just getting back to him. Because I keep falling for this stupid... This doesn't even need to be here, right? Like, that thing doesn't even need to be there. Like, it literally does nothing but waste your time. This run back doesn't need to be here. It would cost them nothing just to put a bench right here. Just put a bench here. Why is there not a bench here? Why do I have to do all of this? Because literally what I have to do is I have to wait for the charge, then I have to jump. But the problem is I can't get close enough to him to hit him, right? Yeah, see? Contact damage. Just existing in his space does 2 damage. And again, he just moved into me. Yeah, I between the 2 bosses that we have to fight here, I might legitimately stop playing this. Hey, Kristen, how you doing today? How you doing today? I might legitimately stop playing this game. This is so unfun to play. Also, hey, Stray Root. I will hydrate, thank you. This is the least fun Metroidvania I've ever played. I just always tried having a bench a good deal away. I remember that. I spent a whole stream learning how to pogo the shrooms. Yeah. I mean, like, don't get me wrong. I don't think Hollow Knight was perfect either. But I don't remember it being as annoying as this was. Like, I legitimately remember wanting to do as much as we could, with the exception of, like, some DLC stuff and, like, the true ending of Hollow Knight, right? This one, I don't even know if I want to... It ate my jump input. I don't even know if I want to complete this. Like, that's how bad this is. And like people will go out of their way and be like, "Oh, it's just it's a get good kind of game, you know. You just gotta be good." It's just like I keep hitting that dang thing, dude. That is so irritating. And it's just like I've played a lot of the get good games. I've beaten a lot of the get good games. I've 100%ed some of the get good games. Like, the problem is with get good games, they need to be based on like legitimate skill and not BS. And this just feels like BS, right? Like that, right? It's like when he like does this kind of stuff, right? It's just like if he just did these like slams, it wouldn't be that fun. It wouldn't be that bad, but it's just like I can't. I'm dead. See, I can't get away from him. My game is enjoyable. People get good. Well, like the problem is like I like difficult games when I feel like I'm losing because it's skill based. The problem is I can very quickly tell when it's skill based and when it's not. And the problem is people don't understand that feeling and they just assume, oh, because thing is hard, it has to be skill based. And that's not always the case, right? That's the problem I have, right? Because it's hard to explain to someone the difference because it's something that you experience, and a lot of people watch stuff, especially the people that do the like get good thing, right? They watch things and then they'll say get good. They won't actually experience for themselves. It's the same problem I have when people talk about like Dark Souls 2, right? A lot of people will absolutely like crap on Dark Souls 2 without ever having played the thing. Oh, okay, so what he summons is also random. Great. Punishments. No. So, like, my problem is I don't mind, like, extreme punishments. Honestly, I don't mind, like, runbacks. Like, runbacks, sure, they can be excruciating punishment, but, like, I love Demon Souls. And Demon Souls has the worst runbacks of any Souls game, because it was the first. And that's the one that had actually established the run back, right? It's the one that established that as a mechanic. Now, Elden Ring, of course, threw that out the window with the Stakes of Marika, which established you don't need the runbacks, right? Okay, let's try not to step on this trap for the millionth time. But, no, my problem comes from whenever I step into an arena, at least like boss arenas, is I should always feel, if it is a difficult game, right, I should always feel like the challenge I am to overcome should be based on my skill as a player. So when I fail, I should go, okay, the reason I failed was because I didn't do XYZ thing correctly, right? I didn't jump correctly. I didn't dodge correctly. I didn't, block correctly. I didn't parry correctly, right? That's where it should be, because I should be able to overcome the challenges of the game through the tools that the game has given me and the skills that the game has taught me, right? But if I'm losing because the game has just decided to overwhelm me, like, oh, here's like 15 things on screen, or the game has decided, okay, we're just gonna overburden you, right? Like, so that we're gonna give you this super tanky boss that's just gonna eat through your resources, or we're gonna have this boss that just does so much damage that, like, again, it's just going to eat through your resources. Like, that's not a skill-based thing. That is just something designed to take advantage of the systems they have in place, right? So if it's like, okay, we have five health, right? And this boss particular, right, does 2 damage. that means we die in 3 hits. However, the problem is this boss always does 2 damage, and we don't get invincibility frames when he touches us. So that means if he hits us, and then we move through him, and we're still inside of his hitbox, he hits us again. So he has the potential to hit us twice before we can get away from him, which means that we have 1 HP, right? So it drains our resources. And the problem is in order to get healing back, we have to fill up. You see that little bar that's underneath our where our masks are? There's that little like 1 tab of white. We have to fill up that entire bar by hitting him, and we can only fill it up by hitting him. We have to fill up that entire bar, and then we have to wait 2 seconds for an animation just to heal, not all the way to full, but 3 masks, right? It only heals 3 masks. Now, what's messed up about that is if we're at 1 mask and it heals 3, and he charges us again, we get inside of his hitbox, we take 1 hit for 2, we're still in his hitbox, we take another hit for 2. Guess what? We're dead. All of that just to die to another hit, right? And that's what I mean by draining your resources. So that math is overwhelming to the resources we are currently provided. That's why it's not built well, right? That's why this is not a get good based on skills, right? Because we're not given... The best move we have for dodge looks like this. We have this dodge and this dodge. The problem is this dodge does not let us go through enemies. If I try to use this dodge on him, we get hit by him. This does not give us invincibility frames. This is not far enough to jump over him. So I literally have to float over him, which you can see how slow this is. And remember, he tracks us. So he can literally change his trajectory based on where we are in the space, right? So if I jump up to float over him, he can follow us, hit us again, taking 4 HP. Again, we only have 5. Right? And that's the problem with all of the fights in this game, is if we have multiple enemies, and one enemy hits us and another enemy hits us, that's 2 HP. If one enemy hits us and we move away and another enemy hits us, that's 2 HP. And you can see how with 5 HP, we lose that very quickly. And again, because it takes... We can look how many hits it takes. Hold on. Let's see how many hits it takes to get our spool up. Because, I mean, we're not really losing anything. 1, 2, 3... Okay, we need another enemy. Do that off. Let's see. It takes at least 3. We're going to see how many hits it takes for us to fill up our spool. This will help. These guys are really easy. 5, 6, 7, 8. 9. It takes 9 hits. A total of 10, basically, to get our healing. And remember, our healing isn't full. It's only 3 masks. So, 9 hits. 9 hits we have to do. Without getting hit, by the way. Because if we get hit, remember, we're taking 1 to 2 things of damage. Which means we could potentially die. And the item we're using, which would be helpful if it did what it says it does, which it doesn't. This says it shields the bearer while they bind our wounds. This does not let us finish healing. What this does is it lets us try to heal. If someone hits us when we try to heal, what this does is it allows us to take the hit, but cancels our healing. So those 9 spools we end up go away. It acts as if we did heal, but instead of giving us the heal, gets rid of it. So we then have to get up to the 9 hits again. And remember, we have to do all of this while that guy's charging us, and potentially while he summons another ad. And in the other fight that we're stuck in, there's multiple enemies on screen, who also can hit us multiple times. So you can see why this is not a good example of a fair fight, right? Because there's no skills here. Like, the only skill we're supposed to be using is our ability to dodge attacks. Which, again, the dodge looks like this. And it doesn't go through enemies. This does not let us get through enemies. Most 2D games, when they give you a dodge like this, it goes through enemies. But watch. It doesn't go through an enemy, right? And this is about as far as it goes in the air. Right? So this is a perfect example of what I'm talking about a game not designed to be actually skill-based. It's just designed to be hard, and you're designed to hopefully get through it. And see, he can do that. Did you notice? Do you notice what he did there? He actually... So we can't duck in this game. So he actually picked a spot where we couldn't get away from him. So he doesn't have to get stuck to two planes. So what he should be doing, he should be charging on a lower plane and an upper plane. So the upper plane is where he should go over us, and the lower plane should be where he goes, where we are, so we can jump over him. He actually chose in between. We can't do anything when he does that. We have to take a hit. And the reason why he chose that is because that's where we were when he chose to charge. So it goes based on where the player is, which is why that's also a bad design. Because that means that's a guaranteed hit regardless. He should go lower plane, upper plane, you know. This could be like this kind of boss could be designed by a first year like game design student and still be better. Like, because there's design principles that are missing here. That like you should be taught when it comes to the hell? Oh. When it comes to like player behavior, right? Looks like he charges where you are. Yeah, he charges where you are, which is why he did that. But the problem is that's not how he should work. He should charge... Basically, the way this boss should work is he should do a low charge, he should do a high charge. And what the player should be able to do is go, okay, he does low charge, jump, right? He does high charge, stay on ground. And then he should do his down charges, where you go back and forth, right? And then that way... when he summons an ad, the ad should be a ground thing, because what you can do with a ground ad, right? If there's an ad, again, is just a additional monster. The ad should just move across the ground. So all that'll have to do is the player will just have to like jump with the ad while also dodging the ground thing, right? If you're gonna do that, I still don't think it needs an ad, but if you're gonna do that. Right, and then when he does the side thing, same thing. You just avoid the ad while doing that, or kill the ad if they're in the way. So that's how this boss should work. But he tracks us, which means that there is the potential that he will guarantee damage. Like that. There was nothing we could do about that hit because of where we were in space. Yeah, see, he hit us, bounced off the wall, which put us back in his hitbox, which caused contact damage, which did 4 damage. That's what I was talking about. If every boss is like this, it's not that every boss is like this. The other boss we have is literally just wave after wave of multiple enemies, which again is a resource drain. So, and the fact that we can't, like, our fast travel is locked, and look at this map. Like, in order for us to get back here, we literally have to walk, like, all the way from there, where you see those arrows there. Right? That's how we have to get all the way back here. Like, the fact that there's no fast travel here is insane. Like, this is just wall to wall, really, really poorly designed. Like the benches are like in really weird places. The bosses are really, like, the only well-designed boss was the only one that had a name, which was the boss of this area, the deep docks. All these like mini bosses that we've been fighting, which most of them have been just like multi-person fight bosses, they're just not good. They're really not good. And I legitimately am like, I do not know if I want to continue playing this, in all honesty. Because it's just, there's just nothing here. There's nothing here to grab onto. Because, like, the problem is like, either we're missing an item that's supposed to make some of this combat easier, or they legitimately believe that you're supposed to be able to do these challenges like this. Right. And if it's the second, option there, then I disagree with them. So, because again, I don't think this boss would be hard if he actually followed the logic he should be following. But it's random chance what attacks he uses. I was at full health. Was I not at full health? Was I not at full health? What happened? Hold on. The heal didn't work. We found a legitimate bug. Oh, I see what happened. No, we went to use the heal. He roared, which broke the heal. Good game. 10 out of 10. Oh. You've got to be kidding me, dude. I legitimately, like... Dude, you've got to be kidding me. Yep, see, that's that shield I was talking about. Yeah. Hope you get to do something better than this. Alright, well, yeah, I don't know. The problem is if I leave this game like this, I don't know. The problem is I'm stuck between the middle ground of I know I can do this and do I want to? Because again, we've played games harder than this. It's not the fact that it's difficult, right? It's the fact that it's unfair. And I know people are going to be like, well, so-and-so beat it, so it's obviously not unfair. It's like, okay. I hate this. Dude, I hate this. I legitimately hate this. Like, so, because it doesn't follow a pattern either, which, again, is another sign of a good developed, difficult game, is when you can get it to basically follow patterns. What? I'm hitting the jump button, it's just not deciding to use it, I guess. Like, he doesn't follow a discernible pattern. He doesn't do, like, charge, thing, charge, you know. He does whatever the hell he wants. Which is another problem. He just moved on top of me. Yeah, that's the problem, is I think we're legitimately locked, right? Like, we have the area up there, we have to get through the birds, and we have this boss. Like, these are the only two things that we can do. Like, other than, I think, probably farming beads and then getting a key to open a door to somewhere else. But if that is what you have to do, then that is another failure of design. If the design is, hey, go farm beads so that you can open a door to an area that you should be going to earlier, then no. I am becoming more and more glad that I did not buy this game and I'm playing it off of Game Pass. Cool. Cool. Just call more friends. Yeah. He doesn't need ads, dude. When he's already doing 2 damage, he doesn't need other things with him. Like, it's so stupid. See, and the thing, I guess the thing that I also don't like about this is it just... We talk a lot about, like, kindness and positivity on the channel, and it just, like, games like this just bring down the vibe, too. Because it's just, like, I get so irritated with this stuff. Because it's, like, I feel like I should be doing better with the game, because it's just, like... It's not complicated, right? It's not that hard. Like, he has 3 moves. You can see them. It's literally 3 moves. He charges like this, right? He charges like that. And then he charges up and down. Like, that's it. Those are his 3 moves. I waited. Cool, thanks. See, this is exactly why he doesn't need ads. That's exactly why he doesn't need ads, because now I have to worry about a whole nother hitbox in there, which gets me... Because there's no... So usually what games do is you get a series of, like, invincibility whenever you get hit. So it's like hit, and then there's like a little time frame where you can't get hit again. This game is so small that like it's like hit a little bit, and then hit. Like you could just get hit, you could get ping-ponged around, right? And because his ad basically is like hit by the ad, so that's 1 damage, then hit by him, 2 damage, and then hit by the ad again. So it's just like I got 4 damage within the like a span of like 3 seconds. Like it's so bad, dude. I can't, man. And then this stupid trap every time. That's not the button I hit, but sure. Yep, let's give him a free hit. Hopefully get some 2 ads at once. There should be a limit of the number of ads that he can have, dude. Really? He summoned 4 ads in that fight. See what I mean by the randomness? Like, he charged maybe like 3 times, summoned 4 ads. 4 separate, different, like... It's so stupid, dude. We're gonna give this 3 more tries, and then I think we're just gonna be done with Silksong. I can't play a game this poorly designed. I do not care what anyone else has to say about this game. I legitimately think that this game is the worst sequel I've ever played to a game that is actually pretty well designed. Like, I'm not the biggest Hollow Knight fan. I enjoyed Hollow Knight enough to like try to find almost everything. The only thing we did not do was like a DLC ending and a true ending. But like, This is probably the worst sequel I've played. So we're gonna try to get this like 3 more tries, and then I think we're just gonna move on, because this is abysmal, dude. Cool. Yep. That shield should let you finish healing. That shield should let you finish healing. Instead, it's a lie. So, that's 1 try. Yep. Fair and balanced. Oh, cool! You can get hit by the cage. That's fun. That was almost bad, and then I died. All that work. That was a pretty good run, but that's 2. This is the last try, and then I'm done. I'm done with this game, dude. Like, I have never seen a bigger failing of a sequel. this is good. Okay, he killed that one. Yep. That's it. Yep. I'm done. I'm done. That's enough Silksong. We're gonna move on to something else. We're done with this. I can't keep playing a game this bad. I legitimately can't. I think that this takes all of the goodwill that they had for the original game and throws it out the window. I legitimately think that they they focused far too hard on they focused way too hard on making a game that needs to be difficult. Like, they looked at the people that enjoyed the, like, Pantheon, the Path of Pain, the Arena, like the extra hard stuff, and we're like, yeah, let's make our sequel focus so much on those kinds of players and not enough on accommodating everything, right? Because approachability is still important. Like, I have yet to see like it's just I'm trying to find the nicest way to put this. Like, in the shortest way possible, having a game that is a long anticipated sequel, and then making it so that only hardcore fans are going to be able to easily get through it is such a miss. It's such a miss. Because there are going to be people, and I talk about this a lot. Never design a game for hardcore fans. Just period. Like, maybe that's the hottest take on the planet. I don't care. Never design a game for the hardcore fans. Always design a game for the idea that you can have a mode for hardcore fans, but always design the idea that there will be new fans. Because guess what? There's always a new generation of gamers. Always. And if they're going to pick up this game and go, I can't play this game, you're losing out on a whole generation of people for your game. Now, I'm not a new generation of gamer, right? Like, I'm just bad at this game, apparently. I'm just very bad at this game. Which is what my title says. I am really bad at this game. But I have played through and beaten some of what people would classify some of the hardest games. I have 100%ed Sekiro. I have beaten all of the Soulsborne games. Like, I don't know. It's there's a lot of games that I've beaten that a lot of people haven't. And some of those games are really poorly designed too. I've played and beaten a lot of other Metroidvanias. Like, we've done Blasphemous. I've 100%ed Blasphemous. And Blasphemous 2. I think Silksong is worse Blasphemous. And that's not, like, because I think Blasphemous is, like, the superior game or anything. I think contextually, from what I'm getting, like, here's the problem, right? contextually, the currency is a rosary bead, right? And it's so weird to me that like they're trying to like reference this like almost like cultish or religious kind of thing when like we're not getting any of that so far, other than like there's some weird mind control thing going on here. So like the story didn't really open up in the first like bit that we played. So, but it's just I don't know. The story wasn't grabbing me. The art style is very much Hollow Knight. If you like the art style of Hollow Knight, you'll like the art style of Silksong. The problem I'm having is just I feel like the gameplay is not fun. It's just it feels like worse Hollow Knight. Like I feel like I would rather play Hollow Knight on hard than play Silksong regularly. Because at least with Hollow Knight, everything felt, I guess, more streamlined. I don't know if there was just a smaller group of people working on Silksong. I don't know if this was like a different team, like different parts of the team. I don't know why this feels different, but I can tell you this feels categorically different than Hollow Knight. And I actually kind of feel sorry for the people that are currently playing Hollow Knight that are going to finish Hollow Knight and play this game. I really do. Because they're going to finish Hollow Knight and they're going to be like, oh, I really enjoyed that. They're going to play Silksong and I think they're going to be really disappointed. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I'm wrong. I hope I'm wrong. I hope that they finish Hollow Knight, they play Silksong, and they absolutely love it. I want people to enjoy video games. I'm just worried that that is not going to be the case. I am legitimately worried that they're going to finish Hollow Knight and come over to Silksong and absolutely hate it. Because this, to me, does not feel like Hollow Knight. Like I said, you can go watch our playthrough. There were some parts that we struggled with Hollow Knight. There were some parts I didn't like of Hollow Knight. But we legitimately, I think, found a lot of the stuff in Hollow Knight. Let me look up. Hold on. Hollow Knight. Let me look up our achievements. Yeah, we acquired all of the charms in Hollow Knight. We rescued all of the grubs. Like, we didn't find all of the fragments. Like, we're still missing a good bit of the achievements and stuff. So, like, we didn't 100% it or anything, but we played a good bit of Hollow Knight. Now, that was, of course, 2 years ago, but I don't know. I don't know. This just does not feel good to me. And maybe this game wasn't for me, right? Maybe I am not the target audience for Hollow Knight Silksong. Maybe that's the problem. I am not going to rain on anybody's parade with this. Like, if people enjoy this game, great. That is what games are for. If this is your game of the year, I'm glad you enjoy it. I'm glad people are having fun with it. I am glad people love it if they love it. This game is not for me. I started to feel it in our first stream, and it became exceptionally prevalent here in the second one. I do not agree with the design principles that this game sets forward. I think that every bit of difficulty that this game creates is a fake difficulty set in place because they do not understand the design principles behind making actual difficulty. Which is strange because I do not remember having that problem with Hollow Knight. But, I don't know. It's been 2 years. Maybe I just don't remember. Maybe I just don't remember. So, again, if you want to play this, play this. It's on Game Pass. It's also $20. Like, it's a $20 game. Like, in the grand scheme of things, $20 is not bad for the amount of content you'll probably get out of it. If if you want to give it a go, $20 is not bad. Again, it's on Game Pass. If you have Game Pass, download it, give it a shot. That's how I'm playing it. We beat Fourth Chorus and Lace according to the achievement. So I guess those were 2 bosses we took out, and the Bell Beast, which was that's our fast travel. But so we beat a few bosses. Like, honestly, it says how long to beat main story, 19 hours. No thanks. Honestly, I don't know. I don't know why. It's really weird. It's really weird because, like, I've played worse games than this, right? Like, I've legitimately played some bad, what I would classify as some bad games, and it's when I talk about a bad game, I mean, like, legitimately it's just wall to wall poorly designed. I think that like, overall, my biggest issue with this game so far has just been with the mini bosses. The bosses themselves actually have not been that bad. Like, Fourth Chorus wasn't that bad. Lace wasn't that bad. The bell, what was it called? The bell thing? Bell Beast. Those actually, the bosses, the ones that are named, those have been good, arguably. It's the mini bosses. It's all of the birds and that weird charging thing. Like, those are legitimately bad. But I don't know. It's really hard because, like, again, I'm not trying to rain on anybody's parade. People might absolutely adore those parts, but I don't know. I either I'm missing something, or people have found tricks or something else. The thing is there's also the case to be made that there's probably people who look at the items and go, I'm gonna farm enough rosary beads to go get those items, and they got those items, because there's a key that's like 500, right? Which might unlock an area, which might give us some items that would make this, like, categorically easier, right? But I don't want to farm to do that stuff, right? And if that's something that they are, like, anticipating being required, like, it's like, oh, you're actually supposed to go farm 500 rosaries to get that key to unlock an area to get an item that's actually supposed to make a lot of this easier, then I think that is another problem with the design. If something is supposed to make the game easier, then it should be put on the main path, not hidden behind something. But I don't know. I don't know what's hidden and what's not. I don't know what's on the path and what's not. I don't know what order things are supposed to go in, because this is a first playthrough, right? So I don't know. I'm not gonna sit here and tell people what to play and what not to play. If you want to play Silksong and you have Game Pass, download it, try it out for yourself. Get further than we did if you can. Have fun with it. I don't care. It is your time. It is your money. Do what you want with it. Life is too short to listen to me rant on the internet about video games. If you have no interest in Silksong, there's plenty of other games out there. We've got tons of games coming out in the next few months as well. I really wish we had clicked with this game more. Maybe we'll come back to it at some point. Maybe there'll be some updates. Maybe they'll realize there's some balancing issues. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe they'll realize that this game is too easy, and they'll balance it in the other direction. I don't know. I know there's people that have already beaten it, right? So obviously these people are... I mean, there's some people that have focused playing on this game only. We've been playing other stuff, so I don't know. But I think that's just gonna be Silksong for now. I think we're gonna go ahead and move on to something else, because I just don't have the patience to deal with that stuff right now. So we're probably gonna switch over to a little bit of Hell Is Us for a little bit, and then we'll just focus on Hell Is Us for a little bit. And after we beat that, maybe we'll do Chronos. I was really hopeful for it because I love Metroidvanias. Metroidvanias is one of my favorite genres because I do like finding all of the secrets and collecting all the things. But boy howdy, boy howdy. Sometimes they get you and sometimes they don't. So I'm gonna go ahead and end the YouTube stream here. So bye YouTube, and then we'll keep the Twitch going, and then I'll just make a video on YouTube for the next part of